Siem Reap was once the beating heart of Southeast Asian tourism, a place where sunrise over Angkor Wat felt like a spiritual awakening shared by the entire world. But in 2025, that feeling has faded, and the silence spreading across Cambodia's most iconic destination reveals a collapse few imagined possible. For years, Siem Reap thrived on an endless flow of travelers who came searching for history, culture, and meaning. Today, the crowds are gone, the streets feel quiet, and the emotional energy that once filled the city has softened into something almost haunting. Angkor Wat still rises above the jungle with timeless majesty. But even this global treasure cannot escape the ripple effect of a world that travels differently now. The first signs of decline appeared slowly. Fewer tour buses, shorter stays, and travelers choosing countries with more developed infrastructure created the foundation for a crisis that grew quietly. Then the downturn accelerated. Cambodia's tourism sector, already fragile, began to feel the full weight of global inflation, rising travel costs, and shifting traveler priorities. Siem Reap's economy depends almost entirely on tourism. When visitors stop coming, the city doesn't just slow down, it sinks. Walking through Pub Street in 2025 reveals a new reality. Once alive with music, crowds, and neon lights, it now feels subdued, with half-lit bars and restaurants waiting for a momentum that no longer exists. Visitors describe Siem Reap as beautiful but strangely empty. The charm remains, but the spark, the rhythm that once defined the experience, has dimmed. The emotional impact hits deeper than the economic one. Locals who once built their lives around tourism now face uncertainty, and that quiet tension shapes the atmosphere in every corner of the city. Cambodia's challenge is not a lack of beauty or culture. Its challenge is that global travelers increasingly prioritize comfort, infrastructure, and emotional connection, areas where Siem Reap struggles to compete. Many Western travelers now visit Cambodia for shorter periods. They see Angkor Wat, explore the temples, and leave quickly for Thailand or Vietnam. This creates a new kind of travel pattern. Cambodia becomes a checklist destination instead of a meaningful experience. And checklist travel rarely sustains an entire tourism economy. Siem Reap's infrastructure, designed for massive pre-pandemic crowds, now feels oversized and hollow. Hotels stand half-empty, guides wait hours for clients, and businesses struggle to survive the quiet afternoons. The emotional landscape of the city has changed as well. A place once overflowing with warmth now carries a heaviness that visitors feel instantly, the weight of a community waiting for revival. Meanwhile, Cambodia's tourism marketing has not kept pace with the region. Other countries adapted their image, refined their storytelling, and targeted Western travelers more effectively. Cambodia, in contrast, leaned heavily on Angkor Wat, a masterpiece, but not a complete narrative. Modern travelers want stories, not just sights. This lack of storytelling contributes to a perception problem. Many potential visitors see Cambodia as one attraction in one city, rather than a country rich in culture, food, community, and nature. In 2025, the global travel mentality has shifted. People want destinations that feel emotionally alive, places with energy, unpredictability, and depth. Siem Reap, once overflowing with those qualities, now feels like a place paused between chapters, a city waiting for its next identity to arrive. Visitors walking through Old Market feel this contrast deeply. The stalls remain, the colors remain, the kindness remains, but the momentum is gone. Even Angkor Wat, the timeless wonder of Asia, feels different without the energy of international crowds. Its majesty feels more solitary, more reflective, and more fragile. Cambodia's tourism collapse is not the result of one event. It's the culmination of years of dependency on a single attraction, a single city, and a single narrative. Travelers want variety, and Cambodia has it, but the world doesn't know how to find it. And that disconnect is where the collapse truly began. Meanwhile, the city's emotional tone affects visitor behavior in subtle ways. When a destination feels uncertain, travelers instinctively shorten their plans instead of extending them. This shift weakens the city's economic recovery further. Short stays generate fewer stories, and fewer stories mean fewer recommendations, the fuel of modern travel. Cambodia is now facing a cultural crossroads. It must decide whether to rebuild Siem Reap the way it was or reinvent it into something deeper. The opportunity for reinvention is powerful. The world wants authentic culture, spirituality, and emotional richness, qualities Cambodia has in extraordinary abundance. But to rise again, Siem Reap must reveal more than Angkor Wat. It must reveal its heart, its people, its soul. And that transformation is only beginning. Travelers arriving in Siem Reap in 2025 often feel a mixture of awe and melancholy. Awe for the beauty of the temples, and melancholy for the quiet emptiness surrounding them. The city feels like a stage built for a play whose audience never returned. And that emotional emptiness affects every visitor's experience. The tuk-tuk drivers, once surrounded by crowds, now wait longer than ever for customers. Their smiles remain, but behind them is a deeper uncertainty. Hotels offer discounts far below pre-pandemic rates. Yet even with lower prices, many rooms still stay empty, revealing the depth of the tourism collapse. Restaurants that once thrived on backpackers and group tours now operate with skeleton staff. Their lights stay on, but their energy does not. Siem Reap's nightlife, once a symbol of youthful energy, feels subdued. The music still plays, but the crowds that once filled the bars are missing. For travelers seeking peace, the quiet can feel beautiful. But for a city built on tourism, quiet is not peace. It is pressure. Angkor Archaeological Park remains breathtaking, but even there, the atmosphere has changed. The sunrise crowds that once filled the temple steps have thinned, creating a serene but ghostly experience. Some visitors love the solitude. Others feel that without the crowd's shared wonder, the magic feels incomplete, as if the temple is whispering rather than speaking. The biggest challenge Cambodia faces is relevance. With more travelers choosing places like Thailand, Vietnam, Japan, and Indonesia, Cambodia struggles to remind the world why it matters. Its cultural depth is immense, but it's poorly communicated. Its emotional richness is powerful, but rarely showcased. The result is a global misunderstanding. Cambodia is seen as a one-stop historical site rather than a living, breathing destination. This misunderstanding affects Western travelers most. They want safety, comfort, meaningful experiences, and clear storytelling. But Cambodia's tourism strategy never evolved to meet those expectations. The city's development also plays a role. Many parts of Siem Reap feel like they were built for a tourism boom that no longer exists, polished but empty. Travelers feel this disconnect in every step. The infrastructure is ready for millions, but the emotional atmosphere is ready for far fewer. This creates a strange duality. Siem Reap feels both vast and intimate, both new and aging, both beautiful and struggling. A destination in transition always carries emotional weight, and that weight is shaping Cambodia's entire tourism narrative in 2025. But within this struggle lies hope. Because Siem Reap still has everything travelers are searching for in the post-pandemic travel world. It has spirituality that feels genuine rather than manufactured. It has culture that breathes instead of performing. It has kindness that expects nothing in return. It has history that humbles even the most seasoned traveler. The world will eventually rediscover Siem Reap, but first, Cambodia must rediscover itself. It must embrace more than temples. It must embrace its communities, its food, its stories, and its emotional depth. Modern travelers want authenticity wrapped in comfort, and Cambodia has authenticity in abundance. Now, it must build the comfort without losing the soul. Siem Reap's collapse is not a sign of weakness. It is a signal, a warning that relying on one attraction is not sustainable. As Cambodia begins to diversify its tourism narrative, the world will start to see its true richness. Places like Battambang, Kep, Kampot, and Phnom Penh have incredible potential waiting in silence. Siem Reap's quiet streets are not the end of its story. They are the pause before a new version of Cambodia emerges. A version with deeper storytelling, stronger identity, and a renewed emotional connection with travelers. And when that version arrives, Cambodia will not only recover, it will rise with a power and authenticity the world is hungry for. Because no matter how empty the streets become, the soul of Cambodia has never stopped shining. It's just waiting for travelers to feel it again.